And 3, 2. Hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here for an actual video in my actually completed voiceover studio. Now, I say actually completed because I've actually finished doing all the things that I planned on doing, and I'm not using any EQ on my mixer anymore to try to handle some of that low, bassy, rumbly, hollow tube sound that I was getting before, and I'm using my favorite microphone, the Sennheiser MKH416, as opposed to a brighter microphone, which is to kind of help me cut through the lower frequencies. So, I am going to do a full tour, look around, walk through kind of thing. I'll probably post that before I do this one. But if you haven't seen that or haven't seen any of the other videos where I've been going through piece by piece, it's totally fine. Let me just talk about what I've done. I don't know how much you can actually see in this, but you should be able to see these really large, deep pieces, these really large, deep foam panels. And these ones are, from what I've been told and from what I've read and from the research that I've done, are designed for lower frequencies. Basically, the deeper they are, the lower the frequency. Basically. So all I had was a lot of these ones, which are, I'd say like an inch, inch and a half, something like that. And so they were helping me with the higher frequencies, but not helping me with the lower frequencies. Also, I didn't have all that much in the corners. So I think for a while I didn't have anything in the corners, and then I put like 2 of these in each corner, and it kind of cut it down, but not enough. So now I have, I think it's 5 in each corner. So I have like one here, there, and then like all the way basically down to like just about like just below my knee. So it goes up pretty high. So it basically covers from here to like there on me with then the corners. And then I have the cubes up in the top corners, and then I have I have like the large panels on basically all of the walls except for this one. It's not necessary on this one, just because there's a door, and most of the panels that are behind me are actually glued to the door. So there was like no point in like taking them off and gluing new things on there. Just been a lot of trouble. Wasn't necessary. As long as I can handle it, take care of it on one side of it, you know, even if there is bounce back, it's going to get taken care of on one side. So it's totally fine. I also have above me the acoustic panel that I built. Unfortunately, I didn't do a video on how I made it. I showed some behind the scenes or some, you know, videos where I actually showed parts of it, but I didn't do it behind the scenes because I had to set up a table to actually put it together outside. Actually, I had to cut out the mineral wool outside so that, you know, there wouldn't be those particles flying through the air. And I was wearing a mask, and so I had the frame, and I was just fitting them in there. And then outside, while I was doing it, there was just children running, not like right where I was. You know, they were like a good ways off, so there wasn't like a fear of like me polluting the air that they were going to be breathing in. But they were like loud enough that if I was to try to talk in the video, it would have been very hard to hear me. It was just a lot of kids. So when I was like, all right, we're just going to skip that. But basically what you need to know is it is a wooden frame, basically a picture frame, and it's like 4 inches deep. And then I got some, I think it's rock sole mineral wool. And, those pieces are about 4 inches thick. And then I cut them to fit inside. And then I took one of my sound blankets, which is the same stuff that's on this wall, and basically just stapled it all the way around it. I tried putting some kind of like thin wire and then nailing a thin wire to one side of the frame to try to hold the mineral wool in place, but I did that on the wrong side. So the part that's it was supposed to be like the part that was going to be hanging over me, like the bottom side, the part facing me, was going to be where there was going to be wire so it wouldn't bow out a little bit, which isn't that bad, but it was supposed to prevent it from bowing out. But I put it on the other side, and I didn't realize till I had already stapled the thing together that it was the wrong side. So that was all me. That was just a big goof that I made. Other than that, it turned out really, really well. It is kind of heavy, It is kind of heavy, and it was kind of tricky to get up there. My brother had to help me get it up there. We had to, find the most secure spots in the corners to drill some hooks. I wasn't comfortable putting I think it's like eye hooks directly up, because I think a lot of this is just drywall. I couldn't find any studs directly above me, which was very concerning. So, putting it directly up, and if it's a force pulling directly down, I didn't feel comfortable in that. So we did it's at an angle. So if it's being pulled not straight out. It's being pulled kind of down. So it's I don't know. So it's at an angle, and so it's being pulled this way a little bit more than this way. So it's not going to be pulled out. Anyway, because I didn't want to make the hole larger than it needed to be, so that I could I didn't want to put those the drywall fasteners on the other side of the wall, because I didn't want to make even bigger holes than was necessary. But anyway, that's hanging over my head. So I have my paper lanterns over there. The one light that actually comes in the closet is up there, which is a little switch. Very easy. And then I have, obviously, the ring light around the camera. And I have my webcam as well as my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera right there. I'm not using the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera right now, because the lens that I have gives it a little too much of a tight crop. So I'm trying to find a better lens. But other than that, this is good. I mean, I'm still getting noise outside. I'm still getting some noise outside. If my neighbors stomp around, I have to pause and wait for them to finish doing whatever it is they're doing. Or if there's a loud truck outside, there's not a lot that I can do about it. But I basically can record in here with the microphone I love without hearing the room, without hearing the space that I'm in, which was the goal. For doing voiceover, you want it as dead and as clean and as, non-colored as possible. You want your voice to be as colorless as just simple, just the voice as possible. Sometimes with people like music, when people doing music, they want to actually hear the room. They want the voice to breathe a little bit. But normally in voiceover, the client, especially if it's like a studio, like an actual studio, they want just the voice. They don't want to hear the room. They don't want to hear the space. They don't want the EQ. They just want the voice, and they want to be able to do whatever they want with it later on. If they're getting echo or a tube sound in the background, they can't really EQ that out. So just the voice. So that is what I built here. And it is a lot more room than I think I've ever had to do voiceover in. This is a huge, giant space. I'm probably also going to be renting it out to people. I've actually recorded a couple people in my space while I was still working on it. There's a film that I'm working on. Actually, I finished it by the time of this. I was working on, and they needed some voiceover, and I was like, hey, just come to my studio. Because he was thinking of going to bigger studios, and I was like, no, just come to my place. And we came in, we recorded their stuff, and it's all good. So it was really nice to actually try this space on other voices and know how it sounded, because I'm just listening to my voice. So it was nice to actually be able to listen to other people and be on the other end of this and just really get to listen. So that's that. That's basically it. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of doing videos again. There should be a video. I'm probably going to be missing Tuesday. Probably not going to be doing Tuesday, but I'm probably going to be doing Thursday. Thursday is going to be coming up. I have had a problem. Not really a problem, but there's been a lot of issues with my family. There's been a lot of issues with my family that I've been having to be on call for or help take care of those particular issues. And so, not to mention finishing up the film, which was a 22-day shoot, a stretch over a 30-day period. So, and a lot of it was 12-hour days. So very, very stressful. So didn't get a lot of time to record stuff. I've been trying to upload as many backlog videos that I had. But there you go. So next videos that I'm going to be doing, I'm definitely going to be answering questions for sure. Definitely going to be answering questions. So anyway, Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the space or about me, feel free to ask them. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Totally fine. Subscribe if you're new. Bell for notifications. And until next time, peace.